Hey guys, just wanted to do a quick blog. It is Exile5spig here. Just want to update you guys, doing a pre-IEM blog about a couple of things, update you on what's been going on. I want to talk today about the SCS finale event which I played yesterday and managed to win. So happy about that. My lead up to IEM, what my training's been like, some of the issues I've been facing. Preparing for Squirtle and some of the other players in the IEM open bracket, and also about the TV show I've been enjoying most recently, The Newsroom. So first of all, talking about the SCS finale, this tournament was on yesterday. It was a $2,000 prize pool C Championship Series event. Despite it being a C event, it did have quite a few international players in it. I was really happy at this with this event. Sorry, like I said, I did win it, but it started off with me having to play Maxed, who's obviously been doing really well lately, and being able to 2-0 him was a really big confidence booster at the start of the tournament. From there I went on to 2-0 Tefl, 2-0 Mew, beat King Kong 2-1 in the upper final, and then in the grand finals I lost to Arthur in the first set 0-2, and then beat him in the second set 2-1 to take it home. I can't describe just how happy I was yesterday. I wish there was a camera actually on me, because I was sitting in this very chair when I won, and I'm pretty sure I stood up and just started doing like pure ownage, humping gestures and just yelling. My roommate was watching and he kind of came in, high-fived me, and I was so fucking pumped. It was really exciting, because I guess just to explain to you guys why it's so big for me to win a tournament that isn't that huge an amount of money and didn't have, like, you know, it's not like I was beating Innovation and all the best players in the world, but it was some pretty stiff competition, and the fact is that I actually played really well. There were games where I fell behind and I still kept playing well, and it's so big as well because I've been denied so many tournaments, especially by Arthur and King Kong this year. So many Seamasters Cup events in the finals and the semis I've lost to these guys. I've lost 2 finals of ACL events to King Kong. I lost the $2,500 first place Avcon tournament to King Kong. I lost so many tournaments, even the qualifier for IEM Singapore. King Kong beat me in the finals of that. So for me, there have been a lot of issues with my tournament mindset. There have been a lot of issues with just not performing the best I should be. I felt like I've been good enough to win so many tournaments this year, but I haven't been able to, and a big part of that is I've been kind of treating myself like a robot. What I mean by this is I'm an athletic sort of player, so when I'm playing in-game, it's very much about applying pressure in multiple places. It's all about kind of multitasking. If I can pressure my opponent in the right ways, I normally can open up holes and then attack them. It's a very kind of athletic style of play. It's not the very kind of defensive, macro-oriented play. I'm still not saying I'm cheesy, but I like to pressure constantly. I like to use a lot of units and stuff, and I don't think I was playing true to that natural style over the rest of this year. But then yesterday I went into my games and I was taking tempo early on. You know, there were a few games where I just played like crap. And then I immediately went, okay, we've got to play more aggressive, we've got to take control of the pace of the game. And as soon as the pace was in my control, I was playing 10, 15 times better than I normally do. Not an exaggeration at all, right? But yeah, it was huge to finally play my best, to finally win a title after so long in kind of a drought. To win some money is always nice as well. So I was really pumped. I wanted to share that with you guys. What else has been going on? Obviously, this is a pre-IEM vlog. The big thing that's been going on is my lead up to IEM Singapore. Luckily, Dot, my girlfriend, also my coach and manager, she finished uni recently. So before that, I was kind of trying to help take care of her a lot, you know, cooking meals for her and all that sort of stuff, and just trying to edit her essays and stuff and all that sort of crap as you do. So it was cool. She finally finished uni, and it kind of swapped around to the point where I could focus more just on training, and she was cooking me meals and coming in and, you know, talking to me about my game. So it's been a massive help mentally just to have that support there. That being said, there have been some issues. I live in Australia. Whoa, the internet sucks balls. There were days where I was disconnecting every like 10 minutes. There were days where the internet was at a couple megabytes download a second. So because I've got 3 gaming housemates, or my girlfriend plus 2 gamers. The internet was just choked up constantly. I was playing with like 500 ms. It was fucking really bad. I had to go to the internet cafe for a few days, and I was starting to get really stressed out because my training was getting really disrupted by these internet troubles. But there was a really cool moment where I went to the internet cafe the first time, sat down for a good session, and I went, okay, my practice has been fucked all over the place. Oh my god, I'm kind of stressed because Singapore's coming up soon. It's such a big opportunity. And I'm sitting in this computer. Well, actually, it was the third computer I tried because the other 2 didn't work. All the internet cafes around where I live suck. They're really, really bad. And then this chair is like 1.5 feet lower than the desk. So I'm kind of like, my hands are up here, and the monitor was like this weird ratio. It was really, really wide. I did plug in my own keyboard and mouse, of course. The computer also was taking like 5 minutes just to download the maps off the ladder pool, so it was like lagging when I was in game a little bit as well. Nonetheless, I hopped on Korean ladder, and I won like 70% of my games in Korean GM. And I was like dealing with some horrible conditions, and I was adapting my strategies to it. I was playing more aggressive. I was trying to make sure the game didn't go to some late game macro multitasking situation, because I couldn't handle macroing 4 or 5 bases while multitasking. I just couldn't do it. The computer was lagging when it got to that stage, the frames would drop, and yet nonetheless I still won all these games. And so that was a really big confidence booster as well. I was like, you know what, I'm stressed, I feel like my practice has been inhibited, and yet I'm still owning the fuck out of a whole lot of top 50 GM players on Korea, and I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna do fucking fine. So that was a really cool moment for me, getting some confidence back, despite some of the issues I've been facing. I'm still hovering around rank 100 GM on Korea, haven't really moved much. What else? So, I also got a laptop which I'm going to be bringing to Singapore. My sponsor, Gigabyte Notebooks, hooked me up with the P25W. Hells yeah! This is actually, it looks similar to a laptop some of you might have seen me having for a long time ago. This is actually a much newer model. It's got like i7 processor, GTX 770 graphics card. It's got 16 gig of RAM, 256 gig SSD, 1 terabyte hard drive. It's a fucking beast. This thing starts up in like 3 or 4 seconds, maybe 5 seconds, something like that. It's awesome. I've been really enjoying using that. So, sponsors for the win. What else? What else have I been up to? Oh yeah, yes, I'll be studying a lot of VODs on the laptop, obviously practicing a bit in my hotel in Singapore. I also wanted to talk about my opponents in the open bracket for IEM. I've got Squirtle, first round in the open bracket, nice easy matchup, and assuming I make it to the finals, I believe my likely opponent is going to be San, who in my eyes is the best Protoss vs Zerg player in the world. I played him actually in the qualifiers for IEM New York, and he crushed me. But I think my play has evolved a lot since then. I'm studying VODs of both Squirtle and San and a few other players in the open bracket, as well as just working on my Zerg vs Protoss a lot. So I think I'm in prime condition. I think I'm going to be able to definitely take them down. If I show my A game, I think I can make it through to the group stage for sure. Yeah, so other than that, I just wanted to finish up on a light note, tell you guys about the TV show I've been watching most recently. I actually just finished watching House of Cards. If any of you haven't watched that, you should go watch that show. I love Kevin Spacey, fucking amazing actor, and such a cool show. But I finished watching that a few weeks ago, and I started watching The Newsroom, and I think I've already finished the only season of it, but I'm fucking loving this show. So for anyone who hasn't watched it, basically it's the premise is they're just kind of making a real news show, or turning a very vapid news show into a proper news show where they're trying to kind of inform the electorate, actually deal with real issues, rather than just filling the news with sensationalist bullshit, which you'd see on networks like Fox in the US, or Channel 7 and Channel 9 here in Australia. It's really, really good because they've kind of... It's just so relevant right now. You look at, like, I don't know, like, 10 years ago when George Bush got elected and stuff, and you look at our most recent election here in Australia, where we just got our version of George Bush, named Tony Abbott, who's basically just one of the most pathetic politicians you've ever fucking seen. And it's really sad, because I believe a big part of why he got elected is that 80% of the media in this country is owned by Rupert Murdoch. So In the lead up to the election for 6 months beforehand, it was kind of disgusting looking at newspapers, looking at news channels. It was just absolutely flooded with all of this politically biased commentary, and it was really sickening to see that the governing kind of bodies in our countries are being devolved to this really shitty level where they're influenced by this corrupt media. I think it's really cool that there's this show kind of dealing with that concept and dealing with an actual media agency kind of trying to combat all the economic power forces behind what they should be showing. At the same time, it's interwoven with a lot of kind of comic and really dramatic personal relationships, so it kind of keeps your short attention span in there while dealing with some really strong, powerful issues. So yeah, I've been really enjoying that. I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. I know it's a bit of a longer one, so I guess I'll just round it up now. I just want to say a big thanks to Exile 5, my team, and all our sponsors, Cooler Master, CM Storm, and NVIDIA, and also to Gigabyte Notebooks, my own personal sponsor. They've been supporting me for ages now, so thanks a lot to all of them. Thanks to all my fans. I hope you guys can tune in to the open bracket games at IEM Singapore. I promise that I'll play my best and I'll show some good games. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good day.